Welcome back to OWN, the dramas you love on OWN, and we are really celebrating because tonight, the haves and the have-nots, Queen Sugar and David Makes Man, have some of the most dedicated, passionate, and vocal fans anywhere on television.
My favorite character on Queen Sugar is Charlie.
Ava, that's my girl.
I love how Nova dances to her own drummer,
David. He'll go above and beyond for his family.
Miss Elijah, she has a lot of confidence.
David Harrington, he's always kept on his toes by Veronica.
There's no one like the Ice Queen.
I've watched the Have and Have Nots from the beginning.
And it's been a fun ride from start to finish.
I'm going to definitely miss it when it's over. Me and my mom actually watch Girl, we talk about this show like it's Girl Talk on Tuesdays.
All right, OWN fans, yes, your boy was on TV Tuesday night. Yes, for only a few seconds, but dang it, I will gladly accept it. People have been hitting me up about it since the event. No lie, I've been getting a lot of messages and texts from people I haven't seen in years. Yo, you were on TV, and I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, it's all good. But for real, I'm really thankful to get the love and support of people who were like, you finally made it. I hope Tyler saw it. And I'm like, I doubt it. But let me just break it down. What you just saw was kind of like, I Frankenstein bits and pieces from the OWN special. The announcer, who did a wonderful job, by the way, pretty much, did segues to fans talking about the actual shows they watch, just to kind of give you a breakdown of how this happened. I remember way back when in 2020, there was a post on the Haves and Have-Nots official Facebook page. And it was asking like, oh, are you a super fan of the series? We're working on a special. So email such and such talking about who's your favorite character, why you love the show, this and that. And I remember doing it and getting a response saying, oh, thank you for your submission. Producer will be in contact with you soon. I remember making a post and doing a video about that. And several people said, yeah, I did the email, but I never heard back. I think only like 2 people said they heard back from a producer. And I'm like, well, damn, I never heard a thing. So it wasn't until sometime, I want to say, was it December, I heard from somebody. And they emailed me. We scheduled a phone call. We talked for like 40 minutes. I told them about my channel and everything. And then they're like, hey, I can't promise anything because we're still in the development phase of this, but we will reach out to you at some point during 2021. And they did in January. And the problem is that they contacted me. I forgot the exact date, but I know they contacted me on like a Wednesday, and the deadline to do the video was like that Sunday, which you're probably thinking, well, Jeremy, that's plenty of time. But you have to remember that not only do I have to run this YouTube channel with a bunch of videos to get done at specific times of the week, but that was also a huge eBay week for me as well. So I had to scramble it together. But basically the rules were to do a video no longer than a minute. And basically you would answer, it was like a sheet. I have everything printed out, but it's like you basically answer, okay, which one of these shows is your favorite and why? Who's your favorite character and why? What's one of your favorite scenes and things like that. So I answered like the haves and the have-nots because it was, wait, hang on a second. I want to show you the full submission I did. So give me a second. Basically, I answered, have and have-nots. I said why. David's my favorite character. And then I talked about the channel. I gave myself some free press. And then I talked about, just thank you to Tyler and the rest of the cast and crew for an amazing show. It's changed my life. And then I submitted the video. The problem was I was like, I was nervous because of the fact that the video was, my room was a mess. Because remember, I'm still working on house stuff and I'm actually packing stuff up now. So my room was a huge mess because I was in the transition of moving things around in my room as well as getting stuff ready for eBay. So I'm like, okay, I don't think I could do it like a Zoom where I have like a blank background, but then at the same time, like, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll film the video and then I'll do a cut where it's like, it's half the screen is me and the other half is like have and have not, you know, where it's like a split screen. That way you're only seeing me in the bed and my poster in the background as opposed to my messy room. So I submit the video, and then I get an email saying, oh, hey, Jeremy, thanks for sending the video. We got it by the deadline, but could you send us the cut with just you instead of the haves and have-not stuff? I'm like, oh, damn it. So because the instructions were have a clear background, no decorations. So again, I'm like, oh my God. So I submitted the video, and I'll let you see the video right now. This is like the full cut because I was only on screen for a few seconds, but here's my full 1-minute promo. Hello, my name is Jeremy Carden, and my favorite show on OWN is The Haves and Have-Nots, because for the first time, fans were able to see the more complex and dark side of Tyler Perry's writing style. My favorite character on the show is David Harrington. Because of the way he portrays himself, he's always kept on his toes by Veronica, and when it comes to Jim Cryer, I'm a good friend, but I'm a better enemy. Now, if you've never seen my face, but you recognize my voice, then you may have come across my YouTube channel, The Haves and the Have-Nots Review. Over the past few years, I've been reviewing this show as well as other Tyler Perry projects, such as If Loving You Is Wrong, The Oval, and Sisters. Now, unfortunately, all good things come to an end. The show started in 2013, and it's been a fun ride from start to finish. So I have to give a special thank you to Tyler Perry, the amazing cast, as well as everyone behind the scenes who made the show possible. All right, so you saw the full video of me. That's what I submitted. I did so many takes of it, like because I kept messing up, and I was like, oh crap. So I was nervous because I'm like, oh my God. So I'm possibly finally going to make it on the OWN network, and it looks like I'm a slob because my room is a mess. Now it's different when I just do live streams on the channel, because you all know I do everything from my room, YouTube, eBay, and whatnot. So I can explain when my room is messy, but it's like, this is freaking TV. So what if one of the cast or Tyler is finally watching and my room looks like that? I told my mom, she's like, well, oh, well, you get in the house anyway. So she didn't care. And I'm like, well, it matters to me because I'm not a messy person. I'm a clean freak. But the one time my room looks like a pigsty is when, oh, you could be on TV. I'm like, what? So I was nervous leading up to the event because of the fact I'm like, I felt like in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, I hope I don't make the cut because it's like, at least nobody will see my room. But then when it actually aired and they kind of did like a close up, it's almost like they split my video, if you will. Like they did a closer up to kind of cut out the background, which was pretty cool. I like that. So it was funny how I worried about nothing, but at the same time, I don't care. I was on TV, so it felt good to have that little bit of fame. It reminded me of like SpongeBob, where that episode where he was on, what was it, like a Krusty Krab commercial or something? And like SpongeBob, he was behind the window doing his thing in the kitchen. So it's like you just saw like the top of his head. You didn't see his full body. And then next morning, that old guy is like, oh, hey, I saw you on TV last night. And then SpongeBob was like, oh my God, I'm famous. But it was like the old guy thought he was like a box of cereal or something. So it just kind of felt like that, which was pretty cool. But overall, like, it wasn't the haves and have not cameo I've always dreamed of getting, but being on TV for nothing more than 10 seconds to talk about the haves and have nots, I really liked it. My one complaint is the fact that my first segment, when I talked about David Harrington, as you saw in my full video, I did a David Harrington impression. So the fact that they kind of like went like, and my favorite character is David Harrington, it felt off. Like, unless you knew I was doing the impression of the voice, you would be like, wait, what's wrong with this dude's voice? So yeah, that was pretty, oh well. But either way, I'm happy I got the opportunity. I'm just glad that 2021 is kind of starting off on a good note. So I can't complain about that. But with that being said, thanks again to everyone who messaged me. Like, my mom called me less than a second after I was on TV, because I remember watching like the old Family Guy. Like, you remember I was on TV and then my mom called and it felt just like this.
It's up to Brooke.
Trevor.
That's what Trevor's talking about. Hey, can I say hi to a friend of mine?
Sure.
Hi, Jesus. No way. Hello? I know, I saw.
Yeah, so I can kind of cross off being on TV off my... Well, actually, technically I was on TV twice before. on WVVA News. A friend of mine works at this news station in West Virginia, and I remember a couple of times I submitted memes. They have like meme contest on Fridays, like caption this, and I was actually on there twice. So technically my name, Facebook profile picture, and meme made it on TV before I did. So yeah, I was on TV. So there you go. And yeah, I just hope that if the beginning of 2021 starts off like this, I hope the rest of the year continues just to get better and better. So with that being said, were there any other of my subscribers who were individuals who made it on TV as super fans? Because I'm going to be completely honest here. I would love it if Tyler Perry or OWN would do like one final hurrah for the haves and have-nots when it finally comes to a close. I mean, they did it for Greenleaf. They did it for If Loving You Is Wrong. I only feel like it's proper that the haves and the have-nots gets that same treatment. Now, it will be a treat to be involved with that in some way, shape, or form, but to actually have a special, I feel will be great. So, with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. And please make sure you watch the entire special. It's on the OWN Network's YouTube channel. The Dramas You Love, All Access. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month.